In a shocking, and I don't know what other word to use to explain this move. Seriously. Maybe confusing. A weird move that Square Enix and the team creating DQ3 HD-2D, say that 5 times fast, decided to seemingly remove gender from the main 2 protagonists. Look, as a black man in America, normally I don't even touch these topics. I don't use the T or the J because, look, for folks that look like me, that'll never go well. But I did take some journalism back in college, way back in the day. So when this topic was sent to me, I mulled over whether I should talk about it, whether I should say something. But at the end of the day, I felt I have to, because I hope, is this going to be a trend of stuff to come? At the end of the day, I really don't care what preference or lifestyle or fetishes or what's the better word for it, folks that with stuff that y'all is into. I mean, I'm personally a thigh guy. I like a lady with nice legs, breasts, and glasses. I love a woman that wear glasses. But see, y'all don't care or need to know that what and how or what things that I like. I mean, seriously, and that's kind of how I feel when it comes to this whole thing, that this umbrella of everything is, did it really need to be changed? But anyway, it just still, to me, seems like a whole weird move that just came out of the blue. An article came out about last month, and it noted that the end game reintroduced the main protagonist, who in the original Dragon Quest III was a dude and the only protagonist at the time, but later was joined by an optional female protagonist on the Super Nintendo remake. The HD-2D remake, though, well, it's got these new 2 genders listed as Type A and Type B, instead of, the biological genders of male and female. And if you don't like to use the word biological, I mean, how about you just don't say nothing and have like mini games to do? Just pick a picture of the character you want and choose it from that character. The first game that comes to mind with me that did that was that old PS1 game, Cardia. You had a female character and you had a male character. They didn't specify they were male or female. You just looked at the names and you looked at the characters and was like, okay, well, I'm gonna pick the one that represents me. Or actually, I picked the female character. I forgot her name. She kind of looked like Terra, the main character, and she had amnesia. I picked her. Misty was her name. Misty, I think her name was Misty. But I picked her. Well, no. I can't remember. I think I did both characters. Anyway, if you guys haven't played Cardia, look into Cardia. Amano, the guy who created the original art for Final Fantasy 1 through 6 before Tetsuya Naruma took over. Really great game. It had some type of Japanese text and stuff in it with some of the cards and things, but it is a really great strategy-based game. I felt that it got overshadowed by Final Fantasy Tactics. But anyway, this is not about Cardia. I know there's more out there that does the same thing, but other games that do the same thing. But again, that was the first game that came to mind. And this is one of the main reasons that, as much as I want to see a remake for Xenogears and Chrono Trigger, I see why a lot of y'all in the comments, and a lot of y'all that I know personally, and even myself, we don't really want to see it, because the amount of censoring and changes and baloney on rye with no cheese that would happen to these games would be ridiculous. The article by Ryotoko 2089, I know I butchered his name, my bad, went on to say that despite removing the biological genders for male and female protagonists, the voice actors are, yeah, you guessed it, still played by a male and a female. Hayayama Nobayuki and Managuchi Yoko. See, I did pretty good with their names that time, right? Right? I truly didn't know this was going to be, or this was an issue with the game. If anything, I've overly praised Sylvando for being a gay, openly gay character in Dragon Quest XI without having to throw it in your face or overly specify the fact that he's gay. You can look at Sylvando and tell that he's gay through his actions and his demeanor, but it didn't hurt the story. For me, that's called good writing and good character design, where it's not focused off of the color of a character or the sexual orientation of the character, but who the character actually is. And personally, for many of y'all probably heard me say this ad nauseum, I rather have an original black character than a skin swap makeover one like they did with the Little Mermaid. Though I did love the fact to see that little black girls went to the movies and was able to see a black mermaid. But you mean to tell me that Bailey with her fine behind, and don't even get me started with her sister. You mean to tell me that she couldn't have been another mermaid, not Ariel, and the story still could have functioned damn near the same way? Okay, all right. But anyway, look, I digress. The article also goes on to say that the artwork for each version of the hero definitely, I'm doing up air quotes because that's what it put it in quotes, definitely looks like biological male and or female, which adds even more confusion because within the game, certain things are gender exclusives. The last and quite possibly biggest thing is the certain jobs in the game are also no longer distinguished by gender or in name, which again adds even more confusion to something that didn't really feel like it needed to be tinkered with. There was no word on whether the characters will be addressed as they or how the rest of the game and other characters will react to them. I haven't played 3 and I've been waiting for it along with, this is a heavy year of RPGs, y'all. The game drops November 14th for PS5, Xbox Series X, XS, and all them damn Xboxes, Nintendo Switch, and for PC. I'm still gonna get it. I would, rather get a review code Square Enix. I mean, I'm still giving y'all press, But again, for me, for real, all this kind of feels unnecessary. Did anybody ask for this change? But that's all I got for y'all on this one, interweb. Are you guys gonna be picking up the game? Or are you scared that there's even more hidden changes within it? And have you played the NES or the SNES version? Recently, I was told that the next Dragon Quest game I need to play is 5, but who knows when they're gonna get a remake for 5, right? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you made it this far in the video, go ahead and hit that like button. It's free 99. And if you want to stay up to date with all things RPGs and all things geek, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I make geekly content here on the channel all the time. And as always, interweb, remember to eat, geek, sleep, repeat. Have a good weekend. I'll holler at you on the next one. Peace.